Oh my goodness, what happened here? How did that even happen? How did this occur? I I literally didn't even hit the button and it's already live. Imagine that. That's crazy. In fact, that happened by some, would you call it dumb luck or something else? This shouldn't be on right now. Why is this recording? I was going and fluffing up my hair and everything. What's up, everybody? What up, Elcam? I figured because there was a clamoring, some people texted and said, "What's up?" And I figured, hold on one second, y'all. Let me adjust some settings here for my own self so I can see a little more of what's going on. Let's see how long this there it is. Is this upside down for everybody, right? Yes, is it right side up? Is this better? Now is it correct? Let me try to set this up. This isn't even supposed to be on because I was actually taking a piss and not taking the piss as they say. And here I am. So what's up, y'all? Free cinema for everyone. Real time live. Whimsical, cosmic, deranged lunatics. All coming out to see whatever I'm talking about, which is absolutely not a damn thing. What up, y'all? So, who is in here? What up, Ross John? What up, Gary Baxter? You gonna edit the tape for me? Make sure it's looking good. What up, Super Champion Rocker? What Heather M? Are you hearing echo still? Heather M 11111111111. That was me doing an echo of ones. Okay. What up, Cam? What up, Torrens Garden? Torn, I think I've watched a couple of your videos. I will now that you've said something. Sure. Where I'm sitting now. See, it wasn't supposed to be like this. It's kind of like you ever have that like your parents come over or like someone shows up or you're not like, hey guys, I'm sorry my house is a fucking mess. This is how I feel like when I didn't get this shit set up first. Like the only thing I don't really set anything up other than like at least have kind of a place to set my fucking camera. And I'm like, sorry there's shit everywhere and that's how I feel right now. How's the lighting? Is it all right? Does it make my beard look big or my nose look big? Wait, that's my nose's fault. How we doing over here? I can't really tell. What up, Unstance? What up, Onorax Alex and Aryan Rams? Sip on the nectar. What's good? So I listen to Bass Nectar. Of course. I had a next door neighbor when I lived in Baltimore that used to I had a lot of good times with him. He was a DJ, played with drum and bass and jungle music, boy. And so I know all about Bass Nectar, and I might make music myself a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say to this day right now do I fuck with it, but I have in my past for sure. What exactly is the logo on the thumbnail? I don't know. Let me see if I can do it again in real time. I can't do it. I can't spit the flame out the hand right now. But at least I can, charge up the mouth a little bit with my mind and at least spit some flame out the tongue. I know Al Chem spits flame. So Torin, I will check your videos out. Send me you know my email, or send me your videos. Dude, I get more than enough emails. It's why I never even want to make my channel big, because I'm like, man, it's hard enough like tending to the emails that I get, being, with only a few thousand subs, that when people ask me shit, I'm like, man, I don't like typing, but I gotta respond to these emails, and I get behind. I'm like, oh, am I not doing enough to help everyone out? I'm like, damn, what if I had 10,000 people? Like, fuck, I don't need that. I don't need 10,000 people asking me shit. So, Heather M11111111, are you still hearing echo? And peace, reflection, Ross John. It's going back up the top here, yeah. Yeah. You keep it small first, and then you make a bigger one. Yeah, what up, Ray Nava? Yeah, no echo, I didn't think so. So, I didn't really have anything to talk about. I just, I figured y'all could just, start the fire, whatever. Just throw a match at me, and we'll see if we can't talk about whatever it is that's on your mind, because my mind, for the most part, stays pretty empty, because I try to stay in no mind, and then when some sort of cosmic universal construct contacts me to speak, I do that. And so here you all are. Well, there we go. Yeah. I got multiple phones too. I got a phone here, a phone here. We got phones all over the place. We got ET everywhere. We're always phoning home. Like, contact all the shit. It's gone live. Holy shit! It's a I hear an echo whenever I listen to myself talk. It's funny. There's this thing called infinite recursion. It's kind of like when you take a picture with inside of a picture. With a video camera, like you're taking a picture of the screen that you're filming, and then it infinitely recurses itself. It's like an echo chamber that occurs whenever you hear yourself speak. And it's a really interesting thing to be able to try to maintain your thought of what it is that you're thinking or what you're being, while also hearing what you're thinking and doing. And it's a curious thing, because like right now I'm really focused, because I've just thought about it. I'm thinking about what I sound like, so therefore I'm really, and it's causing me a little bit of a chaos, because my mind has now become an echo chamber, because I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to you. But as soon as I eliminate I don't really care what I have to say to you. You don't matter to me. Whatever you need to hear that's why I'm here. I speak differently, because there's nothing that is creating any sort of, time-space continuum. There's nothing. It just echoes on forever that way. But if you have a recursive infinite structure, which is basically looking into the television, or hearing something off of a system of putting headphones on and then hearing the reverbs don't work well for what the mind does. The spirit has no reverb. The mind has reverb all day. And that's a very important concept. Is spiritual knowledge is infinite, unrecognizable, always prospering new wisdom of something. And the echo of things throughout the echo, it's always something of the past or the future, right? If you go into the Grand Canyon and you say something, it echoes back. It echoes, and it's like the ghosts of the past Everything that you've done, everything you've ever, all of the scary monsters are over there, and it echoes back at you. And all of the beautiful things you've done, and echoes back at you. And you think of all of the demons that you have, and all of the, oh man, and all of the angels that you've had, and all of the, whatever it is. And those things are the echoes that reverberate, that don't allow your spirit to work properly. Because if you think too much about what it is, you get stuck inside of this. God, it's like a tin can. It's like a. So yeah. So where are we at here? Let me jump through this real quick. But hope Heather M. Many 11s. I hope that makes sense to you. Cam, I'm Raw Zen is Cam, if that's okay. It just makes it easier for me to say, because I'll call him raw as fuck. What is the ultimate diet regime in the wintertime for advanced UT practitioners? It depends on where you are. If you're in a cold climate, you really need to keep your blood warm. So advanced practitioners of UT in cold climates is going to be to breathe more, and it's going to be to breathe more in your mouth, because look, if you breathe in your nose, you're going to be freezing your brain. Normally your nostrils will cool or heat the air, but you don't want the air going. See, this is a really, really super advanced concept. You don't want oxygen going to your brain. If it's too cold, you'll freeze yourself out and you'll kill yourself. So I'm going to a very, very advanced concept. If you're practicing urine therapy, you would not want to be in a cold climate breathing in and out of your nose. You would kill yourself. You'd be done. You'd just like pass out of here. But in a normal state, if you're in a good climate, if you're practicing UT, there's nothing. I mean, you say, what is the ultimate diet regimen in the wintertime for advanced UT practitioner? Like included on top of urine therapy? Well, it just, again, I'll go back and watch all my videos on how to regulate your blood viscosity. I'll do a whole video strictly on blood viscosity. Just remind me to do that. And you're talking about starches. So starches are for the colder climates, and then you're going to work your way up to like carbohydrates, and then up to like the, it just depends on what your diet's looking like. It's such an advanced idea, but when we get into the breathing practices, it's where's the oxygen going first? Are you lifting your brain up, and do you need to warm the air up before it causes all of your neurological connections to just cease firing? So like you would never walk outside in the cold and start breathing in your nose really deep fast. You would knock yourself out. You'd breathe in your mouth, because it would have all of this lung to catch the oxygen, warm it up in there, and then you'd breathe out your nose, because then it would bring the oxygen up and around. We're not going to do that here. It's such a long. Don't ask drunk Zen to talk about how to wintertime UT. That's crazy. Cream God, let's talk about flat Earth. Let's do that. I'm gonna talk about flat Earth in 5 minutes when I finish these questions. Cream God, what do you want to talk about flat Earth? Like, the way you say it is really demonstrative and demanding and idiotic, because you don't know where you live. The Earth isn't flat. The Earth isn't round. You live in your mind, and you're trying to live inside of my mind and coagulate some sort of information that you can aspartame. Aspartame, is that the word? It's a good word, though. Ascertain is what I was looking for. Aspartame. Aspartame? What is that? It's like aspirin, ascertain. Yeah, let's talk about flat Earth. Give me a second. I've never heard about cold approaching women, Raw Zen. Alchem, I'm happy about your fast. I want to know more about it. Sipping on nectar. Thoughts on Ormus. Did I ever fuck with it? By Ormus or Orms, they're two different things. Ormus and Orms. Orbitally rearranged molecular structure is like there's two different spellings and they come from two different places. Um, I mean, yeah. Did it come from some laboratory? Did it come from somebody I trusted? Did it come from myself? I mean, you can rearrange everyone's orbit, and they bite at the ore. It's like fish that are biting in the ore, or the. Uh, there's lots of ways to play with that little word game. But thoughts on Ormus? I mean, yeah, Ormus is cool. Just know where you're getting it from. It's like anything, man. Like you don't go get high with somebody you don't know. You don't know what the fuck that's gonna be. So why would you buy Ormus off the internet? Unless it was like somebody you trusted. Why would you? What is Ormus to you? Like, is it some white powder in a fancy little jar? Link's last moment. What's up again? Good to see you. How do I pro Truman? I don't. Super Champion Rocker. I don't anymore. I used to. I mean, but I wouldn't. No, actually, you know what? Probably only for like 3 or 4 years would I approach women. I don't really even care. I'm just gregarious and funny and silly. I don't have a. Even when I'm really like, I must have this or absorb, like, yes, I'll have woman here. I don't really care. It's not that big a deal because uh, looking at woman or looking at goddess or looking at sex or looking at intimacy, those are four different things completely. So you have to be very specific when you say, what is it? You say, how do I approach a woman? I approach people the same way. I approach everyone with absolute respect, caution, and love and animosity how do we? Ooh, what? Because everybody's different. I don't know. It's everybody's a singular entity of their own. Well, I mean, we're all the same, but we're also gifted and wonderful magical creatures. But we also have our little, shy away from. We have our scars and bruises and shit. So, but then there's also on that level that I think you're asking about. There are, the girly types, the princess types, the women types, the goddess types. So there's lots of different things going on there. And for me, I tend not to, because I think I've been told that I'm a little overwhelming to take on as an energy. So unless there's other spirit involved, it doesn't it's too overwhelming for one party or the other. What up, Anton and Nanya? Good to see you. Al Chem, you got yeah. Okay, so I'm right to the end here. So we good. We at 9:57. What up, Jordan Wieland? I always appreciate the way that I say your name, Jordan Wieland. hmm. Hmm. So what else? What else, guys? What do you want to know? Do you want me to get into some? What's going on, Rising Love? Um, Anything in particular that anyone here requires knowledge about, whether it's mundane things about my lifestyle or secondary, how the universe kind of functions, or do you want like the grand delivery? Jessica, may I call you Jessica? Hmm. Instance, I still remember when I don't remember who it was that gave you the. They said this funny joke about you. You should have a TV show, but because of you just look like, oh, there's Instance. Who the fuck was that? It's like 6 months ago. It's so funny. Ray Nava. Do I like Nirvana? They're fine. The band is fine. Yeah. I don't have like a I don't have like a harking back to the days that everybody in 1997 was like jacking off over Some guy that was like in the band that was like, oh man, he's like from Seattle, he's a rocker. Like I get it, but I just wasn't into that music at the time, and so it kind of passed me by. I get the quality of what he was doing, but no, I mean he's not my favorite. Yeah, maybe Unstance might have been Flo Bar Flo Bartholomew. My opinion on the Master Cleanse, meaning the lemonade, water, and maple syrup. Is that what and cayenne pepper? Is that one you're asking? I assume it is. So I'm just gonna keep going with that, which is what up, Protector Kaizen. The Master Cleanse is an amazing thing. I've done it, and I've had a friend that did it for 180 days out of 365. Like, it wasn't like 180 and then 180 off. It was like 40 days and like 10 and then 20 and then 10 and then I didn't I didn't appreciate the cayenne personally because it just made my ass burn, and I didn't appreciate the maple syrup either because for me, the the lemon and the water was it's easier to do a fast for me if I don't have anything else coming in. If I have any sugary caloric intake coming, and when I say caloric, I mean it in the way that I've said it before, like in the sense of there's some dense sugary substance. It makes me want to eat more. So it was more difficult. Like doing a 43-day fast on just water was easy for me, but doing a 20-day fast on the lemonade cleanse was difficult. I didn't like it, and it made my asshole burn. So I was like, probably not gonna do that again. So the only way I do it again is with just like lemon water and like maybe some honey or something. That's a super champion rocker. That's Unstance is correct. That is the correct one, and it wasn't you though. But you were here for it. That was very funny. That's so cute. You remember. Um, it was that chrono too, wasn't it? Nothing is new under the moon because there is no moon instance. It's a holographic. Yeah, it's something. Since I don't think you'd sit there uncomfortably. I think like it's funny, people that you meet in person that are you seem like you'd be a very comfortable person in person, but on camera you'd be like, eh. And I always thought like on camera like I'd be an awful, and I don't know how you all feel about me on camera, but I try to throw away my anxieties and fears and concepts of what I think I look like to everyone else and just go fuck it, whatever. Here, at least I'm doing this because I have something valuable to say. And if I drink enough, it helps. Or if I'm sober enough, it helps. Or if I'm high enough, it helps. Or if I'm whatever enough, it helps. It doesn't. It could be any mixture of things. Or if somebody really needs to know something, like it doesn't. For me, it's just like it's how well can I explain this? It's always for me. Whenever I'm doing these things, it's always because like somebody wants to know something. They want to hear something. They don't really care what I look like. So I'm like, I'm very acutely aware that my facet of my being doesn't matter to anyone here because my voice will continue to like see. Look at even right now that it's just across the screen. It's just I could vanish. You could all be just listening to me. You couldn't be looking at the phone. You just hear me, and it would make sense because my voice has more of a resonant factor and frequency than my being ever will. My body just falls apart. But as they say in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word made, the God made Word, and the Word is the sound would made sonolonos, like the sonoluminous reference is the energy of light comes out of sound. Meaning, if I make a sound out of my voice, which is a trumpet, it creates light. So The only reason that I actually have a physical body and a physical form is because I make a sound within inside of my head that keeps me within this intact within this physical body for me to speak for something that somebody wants to hear so they can hear me. They don't need to see me. The fuck does it matter what I look like? It just so happens I look like this. Yeah, Rising Love, that's a great question. Any thoughts on our timelines changing and controlling our reality? Whew. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on that. A lot of thoughts on that. I mean, things that that unless I don't know how to say this one well. Like it's absolutely. The answer is absolutely. You can change any timeline you're on. Let's do it this way. Let me explain it to you this way. You do not get to know the answer to any question. You don't get to know the future. You get to grasp a general, like, it's like this. And this is what it is. But you can never be inside of it and never know the absolute answer. There's no absolute answer to anything. There's no end to the tunnel, right? There's no, like, here it is, I finally found it. I found the pin in the haystack. This kind of idea is people want to find the fucking thing. And then the other people, because those are pragmatic people, I got to find the thing. And they get it, and I got it. Okay, now what are you going to do? That's like grabbing the tiger's tail. I got it. Now what are you going to do? Okay, well, you missed the whole fucking thing, which was, okay, let's pursue the idea. And then we pursue the idea, we get pretty close, and we're good. And then we go, okay, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for the ride, Tiger. And we're off to the next one. And you both walk away, and your mind, when I say you both walk away, I mean your mind and the concepts you have and your physical body that are attached to each other through some sort of spiritual union, they just separate. And the next thing comes on. This is the next thing. And so if we get focused on what it is that we desire, we lose the dreams. Because then we got the thing. And if you got the thing, then what the fuck do you need to do? Then you go, I got it. And you can see and go, do you want anything else? Wait, hold on. No, you become a porcelain god. You become a cement statue of something, because as soon as you had what you desired, everything else would just vanish. Then what would life be if you had no desire? Life is only you desiring more of whatever life is. The principle of life is what? It seems to be interaction. You can dial it into like good interaction, bad interaction. I like good interaction. Oh, let's go that way then. Now that's where most people go into, like, I want life. And they're like, what kind of life do you want? Shit, I don't know. And then you get fit all this shit in life, and you get fed all of this. And you're like, I don't know. What kind of life do I want? And then all of a sudden you get all these different kind of interactions. You go, well, and sometimes you get no interaction. Like, well, I'm still living, but I'm not getting interaction. Well, do you want no interaction or interaction? Well, I like interaction better. You start interacting, and you get interaction with good and bad, and good and bad, and good and bad, and good and bad. Like, well, do you want good and bad interaction or no interaction? You're like, oh, maybe I'll take the bad interaction. That's no good. I'll take the no interaction. And then you back there again. You go, oh, fuck, I'll take the interaction again. Interaction, no interaction, no interaction, interaction. And you're like, okay, I like interaction. Okay, now you got interaction. You got good interaction and bad. And then you go, oh, fuck, I'll take the good interaction. So now all of a sudden you're interacting in a good way in the universe. And that's what you see. That's what you seek. Everyone seeks good interaction in the universe. That's all. That's all it is. Let me find good quality, beneficial interaction with the universe. Whatever you think the universe is. God, yourself, another, I am myself, Om Namah Shivaya, destroy all of the things that are not beneficial to me, and the Kesh, I'm the same as you. We could play all these different word games, all the different religions, but it's like, hey, let's have a good interaction with the universe, whatever it might be. And so that's what people seek. I think it would work that way, because it seems in my journey, in my little self identity of what I might represent or be, that's how I would pursue the world. I don't look for awful interactions. So search for that. And if you'd like to like draw it out and do all the other shit that I've explained to people in many, many, many videos of how to get that for yourself, write it down. Most people want to just think about it. That's for like a very, very powerful magician. You know what I mean? Like, if you just want to think the universe, that's what you did a long time ago, and then you forgot you did that. Now you got to remind yourself by writing things down. So you go to the grocery store. If you go to the grocery store, what do? You go to the grocery store, and if you bring a list, it takes you about 30 minutes to get 10 items. But if you don't bring a list, you're going to forget a lot of items, but you're going to be in there for 10 minutes. You can get the fuck out of the grocery store because grocery stores suck. They're just fucking terrible places. But if you're really good, you'll be able to go in the grocery store with a list in your mind without writing it down and be in there for less time than what you've written down because you were just capable of collecting all of the things that you needed while you're in a grocery store and get the fuck out of there in under 10 minutes. So you forgot nothing. You were in and out in under 10 minutes. This is how it works. Like, writing out and designing sigils and symbols and stuff, this is great, obviously. And writing a list is a great idea too, because if you need shit from the store, you got to write it down. Get it. If you got to spend 30 minutes in the store, get that shit. If I tell you, here's the 5 things you need. If I made videos about you want to really perform like magical arts and shit, I'm going to tell you, here's the 10 things you need and here's where you need to get them from. You go out and get them. You go get them. Because if you knew that was going to benefit you, you'd go do it. I come from a position where I'm like, that came out of here, and I just happen to have to use all these tools to provide that. And so I'm giving you a digital stylized version. Stylus. A stylus is a writing, right? So my style is a stylus that I'm writing principles and an idea to give you through an ornamental fashion. I'm an ornament to your existence because, remember, when you die, I'm dead too. We're all out of here, right? So I'm giving you an idea, a crystallized divine principle of what it is that you need to do to get what you want in life. And it's to get your mind right, to get your body right. And how do you do that? Well, because your mind isn't right and your body isn't right, write things down first. Because we're talking about rights, right? If you're writing with your right hand, you're writing your rights of the rights. And the rights to your claim as your god, goddess head, the king, queen thing. Well, see, it all came from here. It all came from inside of there. It all came from the pineal gland, right? Mount Pineal, when God came up here, Golgotha, and created an entire universe. What you're living in, you just have to remember how to do that again. And I go on these long tangents because this is the only reason I do these little things is so somebody can ask me the correct question and give them the correct answer. And the correct answer is there is no answer, there is no way, there is no guru, there is no anything. But there are little tiny tools and crafts and paths that you can take to get to where you want to go. And writing it down is a good idea. Thinking it, meditating, finding your fingers, finding your mind. These are all good ideas. So, there you go. Rising love for you. What's up, Ruben Castaigne? Good to see you, man. I don't know who texted who last, because I get your text like when I'm out for like 2 days, and then I'll see you like a week later. It's good to see you, man. Links last moment, the stuff on the bottom, there's a lot of different ideas on what that is. A lot of people say that is the actual Ormus crystal thing that you need to... Some people say put it on your face or put it on your body to use as like a cream. Some say you could use that in like an alchemical retort outside of your lab. I'll do that another time. That's a little bit to get into right here. But you can ingest it again. Other people say don't ingest it at all because it's the salts you didn't want. So there's a little bit of a disclaimer of saying like there's two paths to take here, which is re-ingest the thing that are we supposed to get that out of us, or was that what was condensed as a principle of the urine to say here is the divine factor of the salts of life? Saying there it is. Now, can we burn any more off of this and make the ormus, which would be the gold? And the gold is, can it be refined anymore? So if you could put that back in your body, can your body refine that anymore? And you become to the point where you don't make any more of that, as I think the idea. Because I know I can't put that in alcohol. Ray Nav, that's funny. I was just looking up a couple languages. I didn't know there's a language called Javanese. It's not Japanese, Javanese, like the Magus of Java, if you're familiar with who that is. And it's one of the 10 most popular languages in the world. And I loved the writing style so much that I was like, I felt so connected to it, and I used to like Tamil a lot, and there's a there's a similarity between Tamil and Javanese, and it's all around the like Japanese, southern, I guess eastern, southeastern. Kind of like Japanese, China, like not Mongolia, but outside of that, I think it was the people that got away from Mongolia. I'm not gonna go too far with this because this is to be a longer tangent for me to go on, but I think it's just the people that got away from the larger empire of Mongolia, even though they maintained some sort of identity, but spoke with a different dialect. Because even within the language, there's different dialectics. If you're speaking to someone that's of a lower class, of a medium class, or a higher class. And so, if I were to speak like a king, I would slow down my language, I'd put my fingers together. And what I would do, if I were just telling, and you just make an act out of it, and make it a very precise, here's the word that I need right now. And for me, because I'm more, I enjoy the jokester, clown, whatever. I like to know all the words, but then just play around with them in such a way that I can just look over here. I got a cube over here, and I can start talking about this cube and how the cube becomes the Saturn's box of language, which is Pandora's box, which you're stuck inside of language, and then go on this crazy little path of confusing the people that thought they knew something. And the people that were confused, I can make them know something. And I think that language, because it's a script, it was scripted by someone that knew about the signs and symbols of nature. And so as a master of nature and master of magicians and as a magistrate towards the intellectual constructs of what's inside, if you were to just drill a hole inside of the side of your skull right there into your temple, you would let more air and oxygen and light in there. You would see the light of exactly what I'm saying, which is that language and the ideas of language and where it came from was of one construct. How can we use this? Right? Or I'm a baby. Come out the womb. What does a baby do? Oh, it screams. It makes a universal sound. It says a baby screams. Oh, a baby just fuck. A woman having an orgasm. A man having an orgasm. A man having an orgasm. If you're not like screaming, you're not doing something right. Or you're too self-righteous. You're too patriarchal. I'll unsheath my sword. So these ideas of where language comes from, the universal principle of the yoni, or the coming out of the womb, the first thing that was ever made was a sound. Both the mother and the child both scream. And orgasm, if it's done in the right way, or in complete like terror, I mean, there's astonishment in the middle. Astonishment's in the middle, but there's terror on one side and wonder and amazement on the other. And it creates this ball. Which then, if we do it right, it becomes an expansive ball. But if we do it wrong, we cut it up and we create boxes, which becomes Pandora's box. If you box someone's creative potential up into a box, you start winding that box up. As soon as that fucking box... And that's the Big Bang. And that's what comedy is, and that's what life is, and that's what's... That's the magus of the magus of Java, or whatever you want to play with that. That was fun. Ruben, that's so awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear that. It's not. It ain't me doing. See, you gotta see, Ruben. Always remember that ain't me doing it. It's you doing it. It's your urine. It's not mine. All I said was a couple words. Jordan Whelan, the best time to trim and cut hair is when I think a hair is a feeling thing. I had a dream about cutting hair the other night, and I cut my beard afterwards. I trimmed this up, and I've cut hair after having like, I remember I got my hair out to a certain length. It was like almost in the toilet. Like it was just like so long, and so there's a really common like it was almost in the toilet. Like I was almost getting shit on. I couldn't wipe my ass without getting poop on my hair, right? But I always get a knot at the end of my hair, and so I cut it off. And so I think there's something to do with how much hair do you want to deal with? How much can you learn from your hair, and how much, because your hair is your experiences, right? And is there some experiences you're just like, I'm done with these experiences, get rid of that? And I remember when I cut my hair, I found like I got rid of a couple of relationships, a couple of friends, a couple things, a couple ideas, and you know, I don't think you ever just go through the whole route of doing the shave the whole fucking thing and become some sort of monk, because I think that's a little, that's not the absolute. For some people it is, for some people surely, but I think most people, the ego and the heritage and all of this is very important. This is why people have long locks, and they have shamans, and they have the Native Americans. They kept their hair for a reason, because they, and when I say Native Americans, that's not the correct language. I native to the land, just originals. Or aboriginals might be right for some people, but the best time to cut hair is when it seems to be the time to cut your hair. Like, if you keep having a redundant, like, I need to cut my hair, well then maybe you should. But if you keep having that because of another, like an outside influence, then no. Then you need to get rid of the outside influence. You see? Like if somebody else says like, you should cut your hair, you'd be like, maybe I should cut you out of my life, not my hair. See, because I've had people like, why do you? I have this one person asked me about, why you keep growing that beard? He's like, fucking, And I was like, no, my beard is more important than you are. Because 99% of people love the fact that I have a beard, and you're just the only asshole that doesn't like my beard. So what's the problem? Those 99 people are you. And that's like, cut the one person off, not my beard. See? Aryan Rams, why do we live in a dense realm? Because the food we eat? Daniel Benson, thank you for the 144, man. Yeah, I am is important, yeah. What up, Zach Chrono? Yeah, you gotta run through Walmart, is right, Unstance. Walmart is a crazy world, man. Yeah, see, we spoke his name and he shows up. Unstance, we said it was that Chrono that came through with the That's Unstance show. That's amazing. aging your urine, I think you should probably cap it after like 3 months. I mean, that's just personal preference. I think you got to smell it, and when you find that really the correct smell, because everybody knows if you smell urine after a week, it smells pretty bad. You're like, well, this is no good. And then 2 weeks, you're like, oh, it's weird. 3 weeks, you're like, oh, this is all right. And 4 weeks, it kind of starts getting ammonia rich. And then after like 2 months, it's really, really like it's a dense, strong element. It's a really strong thing. So maybe 3 months might be a good idea. Zet Chrono. Da way. I mean, the way to anywhere. Like, I could tell you how to get there, but I wouldn't start from here. That's the old Irish joke. How to get that land over there. I could tell you how to get there, I wouldn't start from here. But is that a real legitimate thing? Like, the way to orgasm with the mind alone? Like, I've obviously had, like, out of body, like, trip out and, like, bust a nut and whatever, but, and having the out of body sexual experiences, sure, but individualized. Like, I could sit down here. I can have a decent feeling off of breath. I can't like orgasm in my brain all the time. I don't know the entire path. I don't know the entire way. You probably have to find someone else to tell you a little more about that. Codine Tommy, you need my help. What's up? What you need? What up, Polygriff? You might be possessed. How might you be possessed? By what? Hypobaria. Polygriff, as soon as Codeine Tommy tells me about his possession problems or her possession problems, I'll get to you on Hypoborea. I'm assuming that's a place in the middle of Antarctica, right? Yeah. Yeah. Electric towel. Yeah, there you go. Hair holds the memory, right? It's like a crystal structure, the hair, because it condenses water and light into what becomes this amplifier and antenna to collect things. So it's an antenna for a memory system, and this is why we tie them up this way, because it keeps it on top of our spiraling right there, like, to get information. If I put my hair down, I collect information from different places. And so normally keep it up here, and this is why people put well, this is the yarmulkes, but they're all going bald anyways because they got no information really. They're already, there's a whole different thing to yarmulkes versus like wearing like a hood or wearing like at night, nightcap. There's reasons to do that. Rising Love, how does it smell? Like, can you tell? Daniel Benson, this is right. Zach Corona, I don't know about coagulated urine to make a solid milk or cheese, but I that might be powerful urine or it might be completely fucking disgusting. I can't, if you got cheesy piss, you can make me laugh on this shit. We talking about some real high level spiritual knowledge here. I can't be laughing about you asking me about coagulated urine to make milk cheese. That's pretty proper though. I don't think so, man. I mean, you're using something that's really like the opposite of that. You're using like almost an alcohol, right? So no, man, you can't do that. I don't think. Rising Level, you must have really good pee-pee then. I don't know. Okay, well, then as soon as what happens is once you put the top on, it will start to become more ammonia rich because it won't be breathing anymore. But most people, you can't just leave it open all the time. It's like there's a point that if you're fermenting beer, it's done fermenting. Same for piss. And then afterwards, it will just start to densify. Yeah, urine eye drops. Yeah, good idea. But Rising Love, yeah, just 2 months, 3 months, and once you put the top on, it will start to darken up, get more ammonia content rich, and you can turn into something. It will, really be high octane. Yeah, leave the white at the bottom. That we were talking about that earlier. Feel free to rewind. I don't know if I said anything coherent there, but the white stuff at the bottom of the urine, it could be sediment. It could be the gold, the monatomic gold, the white gold, right? It could be salt and sediment, and other people say it's really good for the skin and say it's actually the most potent part of it. So I think it's an interesting idea. I can't be certain. I've used it. If on my skin it feels like it does something. I don't get any like immediate like. My body's not like, no, don't put that on me, and I'm not like sticking it in my mouth. Like, yeah, I think it is good. Yeah, I'll be with alchemy. I think it's good for the skin. I think it is your ormus. I think it is. So codeine, Tommy, I don't to keep the what out. Like here, look here, watch. I got the spirit here, right? I say thank you, spirit. Before I pour it in my glass, and let's have a good time, and I commune with it, and that's how it is for me. It's like I'm communing with all of you right now, and you can't control your anger. What are you so angry about? Are you angry, or is the spirit angry? I'm gonna go fill my happy cup, and I'll come back and try to explain to you about filling your happy cup. And then I'll do a whole video on happy cups next time. So that's your happy cup. I don't know. It's like this. That sticker I found the other day. I found that sticker. Found it, or somebody left it there for me, or spirit guide, or however you want to play the game. It was like, oh, isn't this nice? This was a filling of my cup. Like I was walking around just being down and depressed about things, and I was staring at the ground, and I saw this little sticker. I'm like, who would ever leave this cool sticker here? And I felt like, oh, is there a name on it? It's like a tiny little puppy. And it was like, oh, what a nice little gift from the universe. And so when you see someone asking or needing or requiring something, and like you're sitting there, I need some change, man, and you give them some change, like it's a little, a clink, ching, 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 and that makes them feel a little better about their existence in life. And that seems to be what your entire experience is as a human. And so if you find demonic or otherwise inappropriate entities in your system, you can either shake the shit out of them like a baby, shake the fuck out of them to get them vibrating at the same rate of speed as your happiness is. Like if I have a glass here that has alcohol in it, and somebody puts something in it that isn't alcohol, the alcohol is going to kill off the bacteria. See, if I have in here love, if somebody drops something here that isn't loving, my love will kill it off. If I have it's a similar idea to get your brain to say, well, what is it? Like, is it outside of you, or is it in your mind, or is it inside of your being? What is it? One of your hairs? If I get rid of all my hair, will I be different? If I shave off all of this, will I be different? If I grow my hair longer, will I be different? If I wear different clothes, I put a suit and tie on, will I be different? We can, to a degree, adjust our perception of ourselves by walking in to a hospital with a lab coat on. They've done studies where you can put a lab coat on and take a test, and you'll be 3 points higher. And you could walk in and put on the clothes of a bum, and you'll be 3 points lower. And you could they've done these studies where just depending on what you're dressed as, you'll feel different, and whenever you take a test, you'll have a different outcome to it. And so we can dress ourselves up and play these little games with what we think we are, but underneath what you think you are, you're pretty much the same thing. You know, I am you and you are me, and one for all and all is one, right? If I die, you die. If you die, I die. Like that's the beginning. That's the whole thing. That's the entity. I am, as this is said. I am. And then we go from there, and they go, I have? How can you have anything? You are. Are you something? I am. Who am I? You have to play this game. Are you those things? Are you the concepts of your higher self, your lower self? What's your higher self? What's your lower self? Are you the demonic things? Hmm. Hmm. Codeine, I hear you, man. Well, try change your name from Codeine Tommy to um, Splendid Tom. I mean, you know what I mean? Codeine is what? You know, I mean, apparently, a codeine is a what? Codeine. Like a dean of a school? It's a codeine. What's a Tommy, right? But yeah, but you understand? Like, so you how many people have more than one account that they've had? You know, like you have these different. When you're 5, you know what your favorite thing was. You know when you're 10, what your favorite thing is. You know when you're 20, your favorite thing is. When you were 5, your name was. If you were like playing with little things and you're doing this, like you have different things in different parts of your life, and these aren't ages. These aren't they're barely even states of being. They're not even evolutionary processes. They're just conceptions of what you think you are, and you think you are is that you think you are. And so I don't know. I don't know who you are. Like for me, you are letter K in a green outline, codeine Tommy. Like for me, that's what I get, and I get what is a literal energy trapping device of the concept that you have of yourself that encapsulates an identity of like just a very small fraction of the universe. So why not try to expand? See, if you fractionate the universe, this is what you get. If you start cut, yeah, and then then you square it away, and then you could just. So, do you get what I'm saying? Hmm. Do I think I'd be a cool bartender, Ray Nava? That's funny. I was literally earlier today. That's really strange because, um, I, let me try to explain this in a very convenient way. I was listening to somebody talk about synchronicity, and I've had a lot of synchronicity lately. And they tried to act like some sort of scientific expert on it, and they were a doctor. And it made me laugh a lot because I was like, they were lying and they're making things up, and it was frustrating to me. And I had thought about earlier today. I had thought, just thought. I didn't speak it and text it to anybody, nothing. And I haven't thought about being a bartender in years. And earlier today, I thought about the one time that I bartended. Well, I mean, I bartended more than once, but I was thinking about this one specific time I bartended. That somebody was like, they had a bunch of things to do in their life. And by a bunch of things, I mean like, and run off and, they owned a bar. But for whatever reason, they had a football game to go to and a bunch of women and drugs and shit. And they're like, and he was like, dude, run the bar for the night. I was like, what? I was like, I'm fucking 3 drinks in. He's like, dude, just run the bar for the night. I was like, all right, cool. So I just walked behind the bar and ran the bar for him. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, how ironic is it? It was just a very ironic situation. And now here you are asking me if I ever thought about it. Yes, I'd be a great bartender. because because I get it. I'm a philosopher. I analyze situations. I've already been a in every way. I've been on the other side of the bar. I get it. I get on both sides of the bar. I get it. And a bartender has always been the greatest psychologist philosopher ever. You have to be. And you have to be able to put up with people. And I've worked in airports, so I understand what it is to deal with people that are pissed off, and I understand what people it is like they're just like wiling out, like ready to go on vacation and the whole thing. So yeah, I think it's a great. I think it's a great. Anyone should try to be a bartender. If you haven't, if you need a new path in life, go be a bartender. You'll make a lot of money, and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot about like real humans. What up, State of Readiness? You're gonna start, Zach Cronin, you're gonna cook with urine. Yeah, man, that's a great idea. But if you're gonna cook with urine, man, make sure if you're gonna cook with it, as usual, keep it below 108 degrees, because just like honey, and just like a lot of things, you'll ruin all the good stuff in it unless you're just cooking with it. Like, boil some rice in it, see what happens. Why not? You know. And I'm gonna shoot myself in the face if I keep saying, I really that's something that I picked up since I slowed. When I first started making videos, I was very conscientious about how I would present myself to people to make sure that it was so exact and precise. And I don't care now. And so I get a little bit ahead of myself, and I get the likes and the knows in there a little too often, and maybe even a little too. But well, we'll improve upon that in the future. What's up, Josh Fisher? Josh Fisher, I don't know. Uh, is Ripe Soul a good bloke, or is he a cunt? Ripe Soul is actually a female. Ripe Soul has a vagina, so he is a cunt. By the way you'd put it, Josh Fisher. I think what happened, Rising Love. Yeah, of course I did. Rising Love, the bit was funny to me because I've made it such a part of my life to avoid all of the filler words to, oh, don't, did I say already? But then, and I try to get rid of all of those things because I thought they were all just too much for people to handle. Like I thought, let me just speak exactly the way my mind works. And if I was really just there, present in the moment, here's how my mind works, and I can convey this convenient little message in this tiny little space to show everyone exactly what occurs And what I realize is over a long period of time, like people are like, they're a little bit upset by that because they're like, they can't do that. And if I'm being very honest, it's like I could do that all the time. I speed up the process so people can play around and we can just have a little game with it. Because if I just go directly to the whole pinpoint the idea, I end up becoming, I sound like a prick. I sound like a fucking prick because I'm just sometimes better at talking. Like, not always. Like, a lot of people are way better at words and stuff than me. But I peppered in more of the end than stumbling trepidations, and so more liquor helps do that. If my mind is straight and focused, I mean, that's not really. That's the point. It's more fun this way. It's more fun with a little liquor in you. It's more fun being a little high. It's more fun being a little more part of the situation. Whatever it is, it's like here we are. Let's have a situation. It's curious. Zach Chrono, I don't know about the Virgin Boys pee for boiling. I've never heard about that. That sounds like a great idea. I don't know what the Virgin Boys urine would have to do with, like I could see like a virgin's blood from a menstruation. I could see that there'd be a difference there, but for a female, but I don't get it for the male. I don't, what cultures are those, man? Daniel Benson, when females give subliminal blowjobs. I don't know if that was a question. Yeah, exactly, Rising Love. I don't think I talk well. I know I talk well. That's and the best thing to help me do it is what up, Shanity? I'm thinking that you know comes from you know well, or like you know, or some shit like that. Like I like the spelling is always a challenge for people. Uh, yeah, if you know, you know. And the feeling is the most important, right? And yeah, good to see you. Spend a little bit. What up, Aquarius? Super Champion Rocker. Do I care about personality types? I care about everyone. I mean, does it help me to? Does it help me to assist someone on their path? Because I don't have a if I have a one-on-one time with someone, it's easy to direct knowledge. Like that's not a problem. But if I have a group of 25 or 27 people, I'm just going to do me because if I have 27 people in the room, then I have all 12 signs. We got to go through the whole fucking thing and we can play that game. That's fine. It's fun. It's funny. But as far as uh, do I care about personality types? Like how to navigate that? No, not really. Not, even there's two people, I don't give a fuck. Like it's like I'm just me. Like I'm just this. This is what I am, and this is barely it. I'm inside of there, and then I'm outside. Then I'm everywhere, and then I don't think about it too much. But yeah, I mean, I get how they all work, obviously. And I seem like an alpha or a sigma. No, the sigma I've never heard that before. I've heard alpha. I've heard I've been an alpha before, but I always have to chop the alpha off a little bit. Like I don't. I probably am, but I don't. No, I'm the omega. I'm the omega. If you want to, I'll tell you right now. I'm the omega. Or the Zeta Alphalon Neil. Zeta Alphalon Neil. Happy birthday, Shanity, for the second time. Yeah, there we go. The nose does know. Honorix Alex. Well, let me help you with that. Do you want to keep receiving apocalyptic scenarios? And I'm assuming you mean end of the world in the sense of like doomsday scenarios. That can't happen ever. You exist, you're immortals. But if I can fix that, watch. And it's all fixed now. You don't gotta worry about that anymore. It's all done. What up, Supreme Gene? Daniel Benson, you're just saying Now Daniel Benson, you're just being funny. Come on, you do not. You unconsciously. Are you saying that in your lower? Are you saying that you're not saying it like they're physically doing that? You're just saying, oh, because you're a good-looking motherfucking dude. What do you want from them? Are you? Let me look at your picture a little closer. As I suspected, that's not actually your picture. That's a picture of your brother. I knew it. Yeah, Alpha Omega. Exactly. The Alpha Omega, good for burns. We treat all the things. Alpha Omega, we bind them together and we treat all the things. Whatever you need. That's what a Gemini is. Alpha Omega. People ask me for Alpha Omega is what's up. From the beginning to the end, the A to the Z, and we just. Yeah, man. Honorix Alex, but the end of the world shit, man. There's no end of the world. There can't be. There isn't. There won't be. There just. When did? This is the question. I can't take responsibility for this question, or I never brought this up. I don't know where it came from. It was probably Alan Watts, but it was probably someone before him. It was probably some guy before that guy. And it was probably some woman before that guy, and there was some woman before that woman, and another woman, and then the woman was like, well, where'd that guy come from? And then we got in this whole system of going, where did it all start? Like, do you remember when you woke up? That first day? Do you remember the first day you woke up? What are you, like, 5 years old? But you were born at 0. So what were you before you were alive? You were dead, right? When were you dead? Tell me about you being dead, and then we'll continue on this conversation. You know what I mean? Shandy, I dig it, but I don't know what that means. But yeah, if people can, if this gets buried in the heap of weirdness, if people can find it, good for them. I know Zach Chrono. I know 2 people that can interpret your natal charts. Holler at me on my email, and I'll hook you up with those people. Somebody that really knows natal charts too. Actually, I know like 3 people. Wow, fuck. I actually know 4 people that can do that for you. So just hit me up on my emails. Alex, were you dead before you were born, or were you always existing? Tell me when you didn't exist. Point to it. Show me. And what were you when you didn't exist? Yeah. Oh, I'm silly as fuck too, and I'm gonna go refill this because this is my cup of silliness. And anybody in the future that comes here, I survive completely and totally off of all of your funding. So if you want me to stay silly and completely mentally challenged, feel free to donate. Button beneath there somewhere, and keep me drunk and happy, or drunk, or nothing. And I'll just zoom my way and fill this cup up, and I'll read your comments when we get back. Let me try it this way for you. Like right now, I just was going to refill my funny cup, and I was thinking, the first time I made a live video, who showed up? How many people showed up? And who was it? And I don't remember. I remember hitting record and saying, I'm going to do a live show, and a few people showed up. And I don't remember if it was... Is it this... Have I always had 20 people show up? I don't know. There's no way of me knowing. Why did I continue the live show? Did like 3 people show up? I was like, oh, fucking cool. Was that Chrono here? I don't know. Did they all show up for 10 minutes and just like peace out? I don't know. Is it like a party? Like, oh fuck, hey, let me ask like 2 questions. Get the fuck out of here. I don't see. That's what I'm saying. Were you here? Do you remember? I think you were. I'm pretty sure you were, and that's why I said that's why because I remembered. Yeah, Rise and Love. But like my first show ever, I don't remember. When was it? Like, was it like a month ago or was it like 6 months ago? I don't fucking remember really. I just was like, people want to hear what I got to say. Here, have it. I don't remember when I started making stupid faces and making dumb sounds like, but. But yeah, that's a funny thing, and I say that in the exact same way as I say that in the exact same way as I was saying. Do you remember where this started or where it ends? I can't remember. I can't remember where I was yesterday. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but then sometimes I can remember. Like, I can remember, like, 10 years ago, and I was like, oh, this one mistake I made. Then I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fucking stab myself, kill myself for this mistake that I've made. And then I'm like, oh, but wait. Come on, 5 years ago, I made this really glorious thing, and I helped so many people, and I was like, I'm the fucking winner of all the world. I've actually never done that. I've never done that. But you get the idea, and then we go, okay, but there was a time I came out of mother's womb. But then, can you tell me about before that? Can you tell me before you, did you ever, before you came out of the mother's womb, can you tell me about that? No one can. Oh, because what were you? Did you go from non-existence to life and then to death? So is death non-existence? Because nature abhors a vacuum. So it would mean you'd have non-existence, and then your life in the middle. So how do you exist? Are you entrapped within the future and the present? Wait, that would put you in some weird space. How about the present and the past? Oh wait, that puts you in a weird space. How about the past and the future? Right there in the middle is the present. And you take the past and the future and you go, oh, here we are in the present. Shanity, I don't do group hang. This is a group hangout, but I don't really fuck with the whole. I don't know how to use all the other programs. I'm an old retard. I don't know how to do these things. Rise and Love, that's awesome. Super Champion Rocker, I'm so happy you came and hung out, man. You're a woman. No, that's right. You're a woman. No, are you a woman? You and Pink Motorcycle to me are the same. I don't know why. I can't really explain why, but I think you are the same kind of thing, entity. What happened? Why you got an S over here now? You Superman? The angels made you forget swiping a finger down your lips, forming a Cupid's bow. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that a lot. Yeah, Shanity. Yeah, the love and love and let live. Okay, you guys got me to the end of this. This is what you got. Look at it closely. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So, here's the thing. If it doesn't matter about before Rising Love, does it matter about tomorrow? Because shouldn't it? As is said, those that would plan for tomorrow should be fully involved in today, which means you plant a seed because you want a crop tomorrow. You don't plant a seed because it died last time. So tomorrow is more important than the past, isn't it? So therefore, there is a triune God, which is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Even though we suggest the idea that time is non-existent and now is the only thing that exists. The past is done over there. We say the past and the future are the same. But are they? If you can plan for the future, are you planning for like a past? Is it a cycle? And I'm saying this this is a very, very deep concept that I think this is reserved for the most high level practitioners of what's going on. If you live in a digital realm, what you get is a flat plane of existence that circularizes, that makes a flat plane out of something. That makes a plane a 3.14 out of everything. A pie. A pie. Makes a pie. It makes a clock. It means this time next year the same thing will happen. But if I turn that into a spiral, it happens completely different. Which means that I can spiral through time, so therefore I'll never see the same thing ever again. I'll get a whimsy of things. I'll get a little bit of things. But if you just live on a flat plane, hey, your neighbor says, you say to your neighbor, what's going on, what's good? Your neighbor says, same as last time, it's all same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. They say that. Same shit, different day? What the fuck are you talking about? It ain't the same shit. The shit that the cow shit was not the same shit the thing, unless you feed it the same shit and you didn't feed it the same. And so this is the thing. If people living on a flat plane just keep doing the same thing this way in a circular, they just circle. They circle. Because it's a digital thing. But if you are fully conscious, what you do is you spiral into or you spiral out of something. It's a circular construct, but it's based upon what you have as phi and what you have as pi. You have 1.618 and you have 3.14. Two different things. One is for a flat plane and one for a spiraling existence. And that is the entirety of the complexity of the universe. Whether your mind is stuck in some flat scenario. And this is not saying the flat earth is wrong, because the flat earth is pretty close to the truth. But it's saying that you think that all you can do is just, hey, I gotta go tend to the herd and get the milk the shit and do the thing and I'm gonna do this tomorrow. No, this shit goes on infinitely. So if you're gonna be infinite, you can't just keep doing the same thing, because you'll age. Aging only happens if you do the same thing every fucking day. Shani, good to see you, man. What up, Down Drury? Arian Rams, you said the past exists in memory. Doesn't the future? Okay, so you said the past exists in memory. Memory means water and light. Where is water and light? Water and light only occur currently. How can it exist over there? Because we'd call past over there, and or back there, and we'd say the future is up there, or across, or next, or there's the future. How is it any different? And I'm just saying that in a way to open up the mind to the past doesn't exist as a memory. The past exists in the same way the future does. They're both memories. Because if I can revisit my past by dreaming, I can also visit my future by dreaming. Because I've done both. And I'm sure so have you. So they're both the past and the future are existences. Perhaps the past is a reference to what you thought, and the future is a reference to what you might have. Might and thought are the same word. You might have thought, but you don't know. You barely know what's going on right now. You barely know you're in this fucking... Wow, look at what's going on here. Look at... Whoa, this guy on the fucking computer. Can you feel my beard? Can you feel this through this computer screen? Shit is nice. I condition this. Right? So, where are you now? Are you there or are you here listening to my words? So think about now for a second. Think about now. Think about now. Look at, I can do this hand signals and signs and do all this weird shit. We can spin things around. Look at, where are you now? Are you listening to my voice? Are you seeing me? Are you feeling my words? Understanding concept? The concept only would tell you about the past, the future. They're both going to help you. But where are you? Where do you exist? Are you in your own body? Are you over there? Like, I'm here. You're over there. Are you existing over there? This motherfucker just died on camera, right? Are you existing over there? And to what degree? What part of your body are you experiencing right now? Can you feel yourself in your arms and your legs and your heart and your... Oh, my feet. I can feel my feet and my hands. I have a whole body here. I have a whole body of influence right now. My whole body temple is completely proper here. Because I'm doing this. But what are you doing? So where are you? Are you in your now moment as... a lot of the great teachers... and I think they're jokesters as well, because I don't think they're fully 100% completely there and now, and knowing, and because because knowing is to know everything, omniscience. They may know the future and the past. They don't know the future and the past. All they would know is now, which would mean they would separate themselves from anything else. Anything else would be, in fact. They would separate themselves from knowing. Knowing would be a separate issue. Knowing would be the same as future and past, because all you could do is be like, I'm now. That's all. So where are you? Fun little game. Super Champion Rocker. Yeah, I meant no offense by that. I'm just a fucking a retard on the other end of this computer screen that was trying to make some casual conversation. The S in YouTube's default for channel name that start with S. Oh yeah. Ray Nava, man, all I can really say to that is just put him on some of my videos. If you want me to make a video strictly like directly for your father, you can tell me a little bit about him, and I'll try to communicate to him in a way. Salt isn't the right thing, but it always comes down to one thing. Salt is what the plants grow out of, not from. God didn't evolve from the devil. God created the devil that God could grow out of it, right? I mean, if he's that way, I'm trying to use different terminology. Salt is what you're made of. Your body is the devil. Your body is the earth. The spirit is the God. The energy that fluxes through you isn't made of salt. It doesn't exist because of salt. How is it that there's so many people that don't eat salt? How is it like there are people that use many, many means to remove the dead sea salts. They're called dead sea salts for a reason. They're not live. Why would you need them? Watch my videos that I've made on lemons and potatoes, and how lemons and potatoes, you could make a clockwork, but you can't take salt and stick to, you could red, blue pill, and make the, then there it is. There's whatever energy, the little light bulb or whatever. It's not going to work in salt. It can't work. But in potato it will. In a lemon it will. In a anything with energy in it. So you're not salt. You're not. But salt's important as long as you know that it's just a terminology thing. It's a Tell him maybe if he's into science and shit to figure out the difference between inorganic and organic salts. I find that's one of the major things for people is they don't, there's a trick that goes on with people's language when they say things, because what's the difference between a mineral and a salt? Tell me that and I'll tell you the answer. What up, only one furry? Good to see you, man. Zach Chrono, I can't answer you on that. I think cryptocurrency is something you have to get in and out of really quick. I think you got to get it. It's kind of like dirty pussy, you know what I mean? Did I say that on camera right now? 1:30. Fuck. Yeah, you got to get in and out real quick, and you got to you got to strap. You can't go raw on that. You got to make sure you have like rubber on that. You got to get in and out. I mean, yeah, it exploded, but I don't know, man. I'm not a prophet. I'm not keeping the future, man. I'm not telling anybody to do anything with that shit. I made videos on that, a couple short ones, but cryptocurrency is like, I hope it works out for everybody, but like everything has its lifespan. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a communal bond between cryptocurrency of people that are doing this like thing on the internet, because like me and you have no bond. I mean like I like you. Like I think, I don't know. I don't fucking know you. I never like was like, who's this person right here? What is, the only time I ever touched you, I was like this right here. I was like, oh, is that Chrono? There he is. What up, Unc? Well, let me talk to him. What up, Unc? Get into it, but fucking make a couple bucks, get the fuck out before that shit, like, you know, before you lose your townhouse or your whatever the fuck you live in. I don't know. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what you're doing, but it doesn't seem like a good long-term investment. I wouldn't get to a long-term because obviously if something's springing up like that quick, here, let's play the nature game. Anything springs up real quick is going to die real quick. That's how nature works. Nature doesn't just go. That's called a fucking rocket. You know what a rocket does? It sails off in the distance and it goes, oh, and it falls off into the ocean. So I wish I would have got involved, 2 years ago. But I wasn't interested in like fake rockets and shit. I was interested in like pure economy of my spirit and my soul, which is well different than cryptocurrency, which is crypto, which means dead, and dead currency. But you can always leech off the dead. I got no problem with that. I don't really fucking care. Like, they're dead, so rob their dead bodies. Be it, if you're involved in cryptocurrency, what you're involved with is pirating. And I don't have a problem with pirates. Like, do as you must. Well, Rising Love, wake me up sometime, man. What up, Zena Del Rey? Yeah, right now, remember, I'll even repeat that one more time. Plants don't grow because of salt; they grow out of salt. It's a separate mechanism. I made so many. I if someone would ever watch all my videos and make a channel separate from mine that reproduce them and put all the tags right, I've made so many videos about this. I just as this is what I do. I just talk, and here it is. Have what you want of it. I'm not discriminatory about my information. So I don't tag all the videos the right way. I don't make them the right length, and I talk a lot of shit during them, and some people don't get it, and some people do, and that's just what it is. So I wish I could make that more clear. I wish I could clarify the butter of that and get off the fats of the clarity of what the oily thing is, which is salt is a very it's a unique word. It's unique because of what the letters mean. See, now I'd have to go back into what S means, what L means, and what T means. Because what S means is energy, what L means is... See, and then I have to go into, like, this turns into a fucking 5-hour video, and I have to explain what I'm explaining in other videos about crossing T's and steeping information and time travel and all of these other things, which is... Information is provided in a certain way that allows energy to be condensed into someone's consciousness. And if you want to go, see, then like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then this becomes a very, very, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's such a hard thing to describe in a very short period of time because you can't. It's not possible. So help me out here. I'm gonna get off this line real quick though, because it's gonna get real funny in a second. I got one more sip of my beverage. Yeah, salt is very Saturn. And there's no, see, that's the thing. Aryan Rams, there's no problem with Saturn. That's always the thing. It's hard to explain the Moon Saturn matrix to people. Thank you for bringing that up. It's hard to explain the Moon Saturn matrix to people about time and money. Because Saturn, okay, look, I'll thank you for bringing this up. So the Moon is money and Saturn is time. So time equals money. Everyone tells you this. Time equals money. So Moon equals Saturn. Time equals money. Okay. Now, when you start there, you have to separate that to a degree from what your energy is as a human organism, a living system. Because a living system exists outside of without time and without money and without salt. And so when you figure out what Saturn is as SAT, which is the Saturnian cube, which is the cube of salt, you start to go down this little ladder of what is the system of time, which is to figure out that back to the beginning, time doesn't really exist and death doesn't exist because salt is death because it will draw the life force out of you. Salt is a succubus. If you take a cube of salt, if you take a bunch of salt and you put it on a wound, you put a bunch of salt and put it on a leech, it will kill the leech. Why? Because the salt will pull the water out of it. So if you put a lot of salt in your system, the reason you'll die very fast is because there will be two things that will happen. One is your body will find the salt as a poison and try to get rid of it, and the other is that the salt will absorb. Because look at the salt is the salt extracts water, which is a memory information system, which is also regulated by time, which subtracts. Wow, you guys are about to get real deep on this shit here. I can't do it right now. It was very close. It's about how an extraction of energy occurs. Salt extracts energy because it leaches it. Salt impoverishes people. It doesn't let anyone. The salt is the crossing of the soul. I've said this many times. The soul was the spirit that just flew through the sky. And then to bring it to the earth, they took a cross, which is the crossing, which is the T. So if you take a soul, which is everything, S-O-U-L or S-O-L, and then you cross it, it comes to the earth. So you have S-O-S-A-L-T? Salt? Soul? Salt? Do you get what I'm saying? Soul turns into salt. Because in the Bible and every other great book, and the way that you look at this is, the soul was up there, the salt's on the earth. Density versus spirituality. Density, spirituality. And the spirituality is doing this, and the salt comes and hits the spirituality and binds with the memory of the spirituality. It will drop it to the earth. And so why do we eat? To have a physical form. We eat salt of the earth to become, they say, the man was the salt of the earth. But if you're not a man, you're a god. I don't need salt. What do you need salt for? It has assaulted you. What did it do? It crossed your soul. They put a cross on their neck and they say, cross my heart and hope to die. They want to die because they're part of the fucking dead world. Because they're not a soul. So they cross it with a T. They put a T in a soul. If you put a T in a soul, you get a salt. Salt is crossing the soul. Why don't you ever do that? So when you put salt in you become informed in the version of taking this density. So my spirit looks like this, which is what it looks like now in human form, because I've taken on the human formalities of taking the little cubic structure to just take my form and turn me into looking like this. That's what it looks like. To you, it looks like you do. But you might get thinner, you might get different shapes because you put too much salt in your system. And the more you take salt in, the older you get. You can reverse time by removing the salt from you. You can reverse aging. The process of aging is the process of pulling water out of your system. The water in your system is what creates half of memory. Memory is aging. The aging process has to do with water and light. If you don't get enough light and you don't get enough water, you'll age. If you get enough light and you get enough water, you can reverse age. Babies are made of water and light. Big, bouncy, bubbling, bursting baby of Babylon. Right? They're babbling babies in a babbling brook of water. They're being blessed with light. No one talks about salt. As soon as you salt the baby and cross the baby and put it on the neck, you put it across the neck, and you have the priest do all the fucking priestcraft, black magic bullshit, you cross the baby and put it into time, into a Saturnian cube, and you box and encapsulate the baby's energy. Old people are all salty. And so, yeah, we'll go there. So, old people are salty and shriveled and dehydrated. Fucking raising people. They're raising the sun. Yeah. Get rid of the salt. You can raise your own kundalini and your own sun by getting rid of the salt. You don't have to, you can be a grape again. You can be the grapes of wrath. You don't got to be the raisin in the sun. Go read those two books, Grapes of Wrath and Raisin in the Sun. Are those two books? I don't know, but they're two they're two obvious ideas. Grapes of Wrath and Raisin in the Sun. Those are two ideas about concepts of the same ordeal, which is the salting. A salting of a native watery baby, a bulbous. Look at these words. Yeah, there you go. Tomo, thank you for coming in at the right point. You came at the right point too. salty ass Saturn, you know. And that's the thing, man. That's the thing. There it is. Who cares? Like we ain't even mad at we ain't mad at time or Saturn. Like you know why? You know why? Because I'm happy to put a little salt on my pretzel, and a little. I put the mustard and salt on my pretzel. I'll be Bavarian. I'll stay in this time frame just to hang out. Like it's fine. I don't got a problem with time. I got a problem with the fact that everyone doesn't understand what time is. If you tell everyone what Saturn will lose his power. I don't want Saturn to lose his power completely. I just want Saturn to like give up the fact that he thinks he's the goddamn fucking Time Lord of everything. Because that's bullshit. There's 11 other fucking things going on here. Saturn is one of 12. How many? What we gotta do here? How many games we gotta play with how the fucking time clock works? Okay, you know, if Saturn, if you want to be done, we could just salt. No more salt. We done with all salt. We do distilled water every day, 100% of the time. Fuck, it doesn't matter. My spirit energizes, and so is yours. But the thing is, jumping into time is a fun thing. It's just like jumping in the river. It's like jumping in anywhere. We're all enjoying it. Just don't stick us here until we shrivel up and. Because that's what old people do. They get addicted to time. They're very addicted to time. Yeah, yeah. So I got like 5 more minutes for y'all, and I'm gonna take my last sip here. I already did that. You see that? It's like a car that. Hold on. Nope, not more. What this way is that reversing time, or which way does it go? Anybody know? How do they do that? One of you meet and you go. Is it that way or is it? Can you ever tell if a Chinese person is speaking forward or reverse? That's a good joke there too. That's a good one. I don't. It wasn't a China. I didn't mean to say Chinaman or a Chinese person. I meant to say Japanman. Oh well, fuck! Now I'm pissed them both off because Chinamen hate the Japanese. Now I've actually insulted both of them. Now they can both fight about that. Ew. What their sweet ass. I see. I had lots of jokes. I had lots of jokes, but this is a very small room right now, so I can't insult anybody else. So end of the show on some runes there. But that's my people because if you knew where I was from, I'm from a very ancient lineage. I have the sword of destiny in my hand. Katsuri Murasaki. I could do some Ramdas shit too. I can do Russian stuff too. I can do Mexican shit too. Mushashi. Unsh. Alright, y'all, so I'll give you what up, Maya and Gina? You came here right at the time. Right at the perfect time of nonsense. Yeah, phone, you're in. Let's go. I got as many minutes as you need. As long as you let me get one more glass, and then you'll have me pass out half-assed, glassy-eyed, smashed Tide, like Tide Pods, and oh shit. You know motherfuckers eating Tide Pods these days? What's going on with that? That's weird. Okay. All right. The Mayan Jin. Thank you for showing up at fucking 2 hours into my show, man. Super Champion Rocket, you're welcome. Daniel Benson, it's always good to see you, my friend. Tide Pods. Yeah, I was trying to. I was trying to mix it up there a little bit. Okay, it's like okay. Are you slightly intoxicated? Why? Can you get off the fucking yelling thing with the? I don't know why you got to do with all the. I can hear you. You're there. You're part of the show, man. You don't gotta yell about it. You got me eating my earwax over here. Can you just stop? Can you stop yelling about it, man? What up, Danny Benson? Uganda Knuckles, my man. Yeah. Oh, a meme. Mayan Dinge, what you talking about right now? You want you just show up? Okay, fine. You want money for it? Fine. I'll give you money. How much do you need? You must be one of those long lost lands of the African continents where somehow they got computers where they need all your money. What do they do that there? How does that work? Zimbabwean tax dollars? They just like, hi, I'm from Zimbabwe and I need your monies. What the fuck you talking about? What up, Branson? No worries. Yeah, Zach Chrono. Yeah, Tide Pods. I don't know. Yeah, they look good. You know what I want to do with them? I want to take a bucket of them. Okay. Okay, well, thank you, Mayan Jin Abadan. And thank you, the Abadan, one of my favorites, by the way. Once I looked up Abadans, yeah. All right, well, I want to kick it. I want to kick it with y'all, but at 1:53, like, what are we looking at here? It's almost 12 o'clock. Ugandan. Can you? I wish I could hear Zach Corona. I want to hear you speak because I think you got like you had like that. Did you have an Ugandan father? Is that where you're from? Like half Uganda. And I'm not being funny. I'm being like serious. Like you like Swiss. I think you're Swiss and Ugandan. I think you have like a white mother and a Ugandan father, and you live in North Carolina now. Am I close? Because I think it because one of I'll freestyle battle rap you like live on the yeah blood clot boy. Okay, Electric Towel. Oh well. All right. Well, with the Mayan dungeon. Why you spell it Mayan with an I-N though? Why isn't it Mayan like Mayan? Isn't that how they spelled it? How do the Mayans spell their own names? Come on. I mean, I'll go smoke something with you, Mayan Dinjin, as long as you respell your name the correct way. Cause you spell both Mayan and Jin wrong. I mean, I'm not saying wrong, but I'm just saying like not the way that I'm used to it. Because Mayan wouldn't have that, and a Jin would not be spelled with two N's. It would be different. So. I know. I mean, I dig it. I mean, obviously, man, I dig it. But yeah. The vowels never matter. Vowels, it's like being. Hey, here you go. The vowels never matter like you're being married. Because like you got all these vowels when you're married, and all of a sudden you fucking this thing and she fucking that thing, and That's why marriage is a mirage. You see. I'm gonna go see if I can catch up. Oh, you have relatives here? Okay, tell them to say hi to me. Can I meet them? Tell them I'll come hang out. Tell them cook for me. Be like, yo, my dude Zen's coming through. I'm gonna get. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go continue this. I'll give you guys like, how about this? I'll give you guys 10 more minutes only because I don't know why. Because I'm a weirdo, and I like to make gumbo, and I like to act like Dumbo. I'm gonna go do this thing and see who's there when I'm ready. This is all like an ASMR game right now. So if you can hear me from long distance. Can I still live over there? I think about it. Myself. Hmm. Okay, I'll be there in 1 second, y'all. Are there 24 people here, really? Or there's only like 3 people commenting? I don't know, just people like 5 channels open. I just wonder about that shit. Like, how many people are like paying attention to what I'm doing and just kind of here on the sideline? Like, I kind of want to hear what Zed's got to say, but I don't really fucking care. I'll be right there, guys. You just got to give me 1 second. All right, last fucking 30 seconds, y'all. Hey, look at this. Oh, there she is. Oh, look at that. She just smashed my ass right there. But my dog just told me I get the fuck offline. I listen to little puppy sometimes. She's like, pay attention. What up, Danny Delane? All right, so I'm gonna call it a night, y'all. Danny Delane, I'll send you the thing that you asked for on the other shit, and like, give me, I don't know, probably tomorrow morning. I'll do it. It's been a blessing. I need one more, just one more, one more thumbs up because that will make it 33 because that'd be great. And it's been fun. I gave you 2 hours. That's what I had. I only had like 5 minutes in me, but the inspiration from all of you. Oh, the flat Earth shit. Where'd that motherfucker go? If they want to talk flat Earth earlier. I was like, they just bounced. Yeah, good to see you, Cam. Good to see you, Danny. Good to see you, Super Champion. Oh, Harukan. Stay well, y'all.